Hi, it's Amanda. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having an amazing day today. As always, if you're new or returning and you haven't yet already, please be sure you're subscribed to the channel. If you like the video, give it a big thumbs up. And if you have any comments, questions, or concerns, leave them down below. I will try my best to see you there. I believe I was able to get, I'm hoping anyways, I got my new intro at the beginning of the video. Please give me your feedback on that if you like it, if you don't like it, just so I can kind of know if I need to tweak it at all. So today we are going to be talking about something that I have kind of noticed and want to see if you guys participate in this app. If you do, what your experience is with it, and talk about some of the concerns that I have seen over the last couple of weeks and talk about my history with the app. If you can't tell by the title, I'm talking about TikTok. TikTok has been an app that has continued to gain popularity over about the last couple of years. There are people of all ages on the app. I think a lot of people think of this app as more for the younger generation, as a lot of TikTok stars that we have come to know, or people who have gained massive amounts of following on TikTok, tend to be teenagers or young adults. So I think a lot of people, myself included, assumed that the app was primarily for teenagers and young adults, not so much for older people. However, I downloaded the app about 4 or 5 months ago, and I kind of just perused through. There wasn't anything super interesting to me. There were some jokes and things like that, but I wasn't super into it at the time. It was filled, my For You page was filled with a lot of like little dances and things like that, and of younger people, and I'm just not interested in consuming that kind of content. So I stopped scrolling through the app. Well, my husband started to scroll through TikTok, and he was coming across these really funny comedians and watching some really funny content. And I was like, man, that's super funny. Is that on Facebook? Where's that at? He was like, oh no, it's on TikTok. And I was like, oh, okay. Kind of got me curious. So I started going through the TikTok app again and, skipping through videos that I didn't have interest in watching, and watching through videos I did have interest in. And slowly my For You page, so the page that originally comes up when you open the app, started to be content that I actually wanted to watch. A lot of content that I like to watch is small business TikTok. Clearly, as I'm launching my own business, that's a lot of the For You page that I get, and some other content areas that I'm interested in. And primarily, that's what shows up on my For You page. Occasionally, a video from an outside niche will show up. And I kind of learned now that if it's content I don't want to see on my For You page, to not watch it, to just scroll through it. If it's content that I may be interested in, watching a few videos all the way through kind of lets the algorithm know that that's content I'm interested in, and it'll start showing up on my For You page. So my interests between my YouTube channel and TikTok are primarily the same. Like, I like to watch content about stuff that interests me. So I watch a lot of small business TikTok. I watch TikToks that are people telling their life stories. I come across every kind of TikTok, like I think everybody does. And what I've noticed is sometimes when you end up on a video that's like totally seeming out of left field, or it's something you don't know about, what people will say in their videos is, you've officially made it to small business TikTok, for example, or you've officially made it to ADHD TikTok or neurodivergent TikTok. You'll hear people like categorize the niches like that. And that's kind of what will be on your For You page, like whatever content you're watching is on your For You page. And I find that interesting that that is how people are categorizing their content on what they're filming. And I don't think that that's a bad thing. It lets people be aware, like, kind of what videos you're engaging in, and that's why they're popping up on your For You page. I like the algorithm of TikTok in that sense, that it's very much more formulated. I find on other apps like YouTube or Instagram, you are likely to be fed content that you already are subscribed to or following. You get a lot of that content, and hardly ever do you get new content unless you're going and searching for new content. So I like their algorithm in that sense. However, what I have noticed is, this is going to be me and some personal things that I have seen that are bringing up a red flag, because TikTok doesn't seem to, it's still a new app. It's still, I think, developing out the kinks. There's a few things that I have seen that are kind of concerning. I have seen parents who have, talked about, I mean, these things are only a minute long, talked about how they lost custody of their child or something like that, and they are creating that TikTok to find the child. One that I saw was of a lady, saying that she lost custody of her child, and the father moved with the child, and she was trying to locate this child and said the child's age and the child's name. I've seen a couple of scenarios like that, and it's very concerning to me as somebody who's worked in, child welfare before, that there could, depending on the circumstances of her losing custody, and if that's actually what happened or if that's just the easy terminology that she decided to use, to me it brings up a red flag, because if she did lose custody through the courts or by any kind of agency intervention, and she is reaching out to find this child that maybe she's not supposed to have contact with, or maybe there was something very concerning that happened for her to actually lose custody, becomes very questionable to me and makes me think that children probably aren't that safe on the app. With that same individual later, I was going through her page after I saw that, because I was concerned by her reaching out trying to find this child that she said she lost custody to. I was trying to just gather more information of maybe what she has put out on the app for people, and one of the following videos that she had was of somebody who said that they were their child. Who knows if they were or not. I didn't continue to stay invested in that particular situation, but I've seen things like that happen. I've also seen people be targeted and bullied a lot more on the app. And there's been a TikTok lady who is an adult who typically reacts to thirst traps, which are people like super attractive individuals doing some kind of like activity, like taking their shirt off or something to some music, and they end up being more attractive than you realized. That's the best way I can think to describe what a thirst trap is if you don't know. If you have a better one, leave it down below. But she reacts to the comment sections of people's thirst trap videos, and I guess she read a comment and it's gotten her into some issues with some younger kids, and she has confirmed that they are children that she's kind of like dealing with some backlash and some drama for, and it is to a point where she is concerned that if she wasn't an adult and didn't have the cognitive abilities that she has as a fully grown, mature woman, knowing that these are kids just trying to be mean to her, if she was a younger individual or a teenager on the app, she doesn't know how she would be able to tolerate some of the stuff that she gets. And it brings up a very valid point, both on YouTube and on TikTok, that there is a lot of cyberbullying, and my concern with TikTok is, as I've been watching it and kind of consuming more TikTok than YouTube lately, is I see stuff on there that I don't necessarily think should be. People are very vulnerable, very open. They tell people where they're at all the time. They are telling their whole life story, and it's concerning whenever people are being targeted. If they do one little thing, that they're getting targeted by massive amounts of people. It's happened with another gentleman who's an adult who, when they were younger, got into some issues, and it's being brought up and he's being made out to something he's not, and he is struggling with it. So it makes me concerned for TikTok, which is as I presumed and a lot of people presume, is for younger people, that these adults who are doing things that maybe aren't that big but are becoming drama-filled issues are feeling that they can't handle the bullying. And I see on the app, the good side to these things is I see families being reunified who literally there was no intervention, they just lost touch, or a child who was adopted is able to find their parents. I see people going to TikTok and say, oh, TikTok, do your thing. I'm trying to find this person, or I'm trying to meet this celebrity. And TikTok does it somehow. Most of the time those videos seem to hit the algorithm and people's dreams are able to come true. I think that that's awesome, but I can't help but be more hesitant about this app when I see things like the concerning sides happening. And then I see I see TikTok kind of doing things that YouTube does. YouTube has far more strict rules when it comes to like copyright and things like that. People know TikTok, that doesn't really exist so much on the app right now. But lately there's been some issues I've seen with people going live. Moderators are sometimes assigned by TikTok, and TikTok is deleting people and things like that, similar to issues that happen on YouTube. But I can't help. I wanted to come and see if you guys, engage in this app at all, and if you do, what kind of concerning things do you see happening on that app? It's very concerning to me to see some young people engaging in activities that I don't know if their parents are aware of. And I understand it's the parents' job to check what their children are doing on these apps, but I can't help but be worried about young kids, teenagers, mental health, what they're doing on the app, what they're exposing on the app. I just see a lot of stuff that I see a lot of red flags, and I honestly don't know how TikTok at this point can rein in some of this. They've allowed people on the app to be so open and so vulnerable with very sensitive information. I don't know how they're going to be able to monitor that with how many people they have on the app consuming the content on the app. I will shamefully admit I enjoy the app in the thought of TikTok. I enjoy having ADHD. I enjoy the aspect that they're very quick. People are getting their content out in a minute. That's as long as they're getting their content out in a minute, and you're seeing from beginning to start something because of editing, or you're seeing somebody's full thought in a minute, or they do it in parts and you can go and find the parts that you're interested in. I appreciate the app in that sense. And I know most people I've seen people complain about the fact that it's only a minute. That's one of the reasons I like the app more than YouTube. When I'm wanting to just relax and only spend a few minutes diverting my attention from whatever else I'm doing, I like the app in that sense. But I can't help but to continue to see these random things that are popping up that are leaving me to question the app and how the app is going to protect the people who use it, both adults and kids. I don't know the limitations that the app is putting in place, or if they're changing their terms of service. I have not really looked into their terms of service fully, to be honest with you guys. But the few things that I have seen that have caused for concern really, really are concerning, and I don't see how they can be changed. And I don't know if it's just me who's identifying these things, if maybe I am thinking too much in like a pessimistic way about, bad scenarios happening. I can't help but wonder. And so I wanted to come to you guys and kind of ask you guys and talk to you guys about what I'm seeing and start a conversation about it, because I don't see a whole lot of conversation really happening around the app in general anymore. I know there's been times when TikTokers and people who have become famous or well known off of the app become a part of drama, and like drama channels talk about them and the drama, but I've never really seen people maybe I need to look better, but I haven't seen any other channels kind of talk about their experience with the app and what they see and if they see some of these concerns. So I wanted to go ahead and start that conversation with you guys. Let me know down in the comments, you know, if you have the app, if you see anything concerning, and if you guys would want to talk about this in a live stream. I think this could be a good kind of conversation to have, but not necessarily it rise to a level of like an open discussion. Let me know down below. With all of that being said, I hope my points come across well. I hope they make sense. If not, let me know and I will try to think of a way to relay what I am thinking and what has been going on in my head for the past couple of weeks. But with all of that being said, I hope you have a good day, evening, night, wherever you are. And until next time, bye guys.